Hello and welcome, I'm Nate542 and in this video I'm just going to talk about Nextcloud Hub 3. Okay, so as you can see this is the new and improved Nextcloud Hub 3. In my previous videos I did mention about that may be being Nextcloud Hub. That was an older version of Nextcloud, this is the newest version. And as you can see here, this is the main page. The main page is very similar to how it was anyway. There's loads of customizations in this little bit here, so you can add your mail or other tasks and things to your front page, and there's also more widgets you can get from the App Store. If you click on here, it will show you. So like you can add your Google Analytics or GitLab or Mastodon, I think even Twitter, Twitter and these other ones, Moodle, OneDrive, Open Project. There's lots of different ones on there. There's also External Portal, so I think that's for creating your own one if you wanted to. I'll come back to that part later on. But yeah, from here, what I have is just 3 sections anyway. So files is actually the same as it was. It just has a bit of a facelift. So there's a new design for everything. Basically, there's the files is the same, which is this. And as you can see, I do have a MD thing so that markup files are actually shown in here at the top, so it gives you a bit of an information as to what is in each folder, or it can do if you put that feature on. If you go into photos, so under photos we now have albums, we now have a photo editor. And we also have local face and object detection. So if you look on these pictures now, you can go into, this is my dog, open the sidebar, and it will show you, here's some things about this picture. So it was uploaded 2 days ago. There's no comments, but you can make comments on it now with other people and stuff. Activity, so this was created. And I think that is it for this one actually. I'm not sure why, but this one doesn't seem to have some other stuff done to it. But there's an edit button here, so if you wanted to, you can go in here, you can adjust it, so you can crop it. Oh, that's a bit creepy. But anyway, you can draw, so you can add stuff to it. You can add text boxes or I don't know, rectangles to the actual picture. You can add filters if you wanted to, so you can add all the different types of Instagram filters if you prefer to do it that way. You got fine tune, so you can change the brightness and the contrast. And then there's also a resize, so you can change the actual size of it. I'm gonna reset that. All change will be lost because I just ruined that picture. But that is the photo, and that is the photo editor. And there's also albums now, which are here, so you can set up photo albums. As you can see here, like you've got like a little clicky bit, you can grab these 3 pictures, add to album, then add that to like a retro album, create the album, and then add it to the album. And now if you go under albums, you'll find retro here, and you have the 3 things there. That's nice, easy enough, and pretty good. But yeah, what some of these things have done, I don't know if any of these have actually had it either, but they have in their description, it's a bit awkward really, isn't it? Tags. So these tags are the ones that shown up on all the pictures and all the photos and all that stuff. So like aircraft, airport, alpine, architecture, beverage, bike, bottle, you know, all this kind of stuff, and that is tagged in the pictures along with faces. If you go on here, which is going to be heavily blurred, it will show you the faces of people that you know and allow you to find more pictures of that person, which is pretty good. This is obviously not all the people that I know. I'm not sure why it stopped at this small amount, but I think there may be an issue with some of these things running at the moment. So I think there's some bugs in my version of photos, But that's that. So under mail, we're going to mail next. And as you can see, mail looks a bit nicer. It looks a bit fresher. It's got like the curvy edges and stuff. There are so some things have happened to this so far. We've got speed upgrades. There's a calendar invite acceptor now. So if you do get calendar invites in a business type setting thing, you can accept the invites and it will add it to the calendar. There's rich text in the signatures now, so you can add your rich text signature to Nextcloud, so you can send that type of stuff. You've also got an autoresponder or an out of office for anyone using Microsoft Office, and there's also a built-in attachment viewer. So I can't really use that or test that at the moment, but yeah, we have all those things. There's also register as application for mail links, which allows you to open this website in particular when you try and open an email client. And as you can see here, also there's a setting here to allow the app to collect data about your interaction based on this app, and that also is actually only stored locally, so that's pretty interesting. And yeah, just in general, a couple of speed upgrades to this part as well, because it was previously a little bit laggy. In the contacts, there is actually a org chart. I'm not going to open that up. It's kind of a bit more corporate-y, I guess. I mean, I have no need for an org chart, so that's fine. But I mean, it's pretty cool that they've added that in, and obviously they're going for a bit more of a home office, small office kind of vibe when it comes to that kind of thing. And you can see where they're kind of trying to tailor these types of things in. But I think a lot of the stuff also does apply to individuals. It's pretty cool to have a lot of this stuff in here. So in general, I'll click on maps actually and show you some pretty cool maps. In general, the load times are reduced by 30% on how it was. So things just load up a lot quicker now. So that's pretty good. On here, this is the maps. There's some pretty cool stuff for maps, and you'll see it in a little while. It does load a bit slow on here. I need to allocate a bit more processing power to the server that this is on, essentially. But okay, yeah, you can see these little boxes are showing up. This is actually where I've taken pictures in the past. So you can see that I've taken pictures in England, quite a few, some in France, some in Spain, Palma, Spain, and South Spain. And this is like kind of just shows you kind of where I've been, which is not very far actually, considering all the stuff that I could go to. But it is still also pretty cool because you can see on the map now where you've taken pictures, because your camera does automatically put those pictures. It does automatically GPS stamp each picture you take on your mobile. So that's pretty cool that it does that. There's also contacts, so you can show where your contacts are. It will list them as the way that you set them up in your contacts with your with their address information. So that's also pretty cool. Some of these settings are a bit slow still. There's still a lot of bugs to iron out with the software, and also because just the way that things are on here, it does seem that sometimes trying to get into certain sections of it is a bit of a pain and can take a lot more time than expected. Sorry about that. It actually crashed, so that's always good. As you can see here now, we do have facial recognition in here, and you can choose if you want to analyze the images as well. This actually shows it up through here. You got the readme MD thing here, which allows you to show the stuff in there, and then there's face recognition on a server scale. You can choose a couple of little settings regarding that as well. There is also one for theming, which allows you to change the general look of it, so you can make it look good. I can put my logo on here and stuff. I can give a legal notice link and privacy header logo, like all that kind of good stuff. There is also what was it? It was recognize. Recognize is something that they use now for machine learning models that still need to be downloaded. Okay. Yeah, so this is classifying stuff in the background, and basically what it does is it's really, I think this is actually taxing my server at the moment. So if you look on here, this is the server which was going just now, and it was running at pretty full steam for a long time. I have only dedicated 2 CPUs to it and 2 gigabytes of RAM, so that's probably one of the issues here when it comes to actually trying to do face and object processing. But you know, you got to, I mean, once it's done all of the backlog of stuff, it shouldn't need that much more processing power. So what I might do is I might limit this to 1 CPU core, and then hopefully what that will do is it will limit it to 50% of my actual system here, which will mean that although it can use a lot of power, or it will try and use a lot of power, it will limit that down to not using so much power that it takes my server offline, because that is not great. There's a data migration thing here, so you got Google, and actually this goes for all of the different integrations and stuff. So if we go through the apps now, I mean, I'm sure you can check this out yourself or whatever, but there's integrations down here. And what this allows you to do is integrate other parts into the system. So you have Google integration here, which allows you to bring in your Google contacts and calendars. Instead of doing it from your phone, you can do it through your Google account. If your phone isn't, if it's not using it that way. There's also the Collabora online code server, which is really good. I really like this because it does allow you to it kind of works as Google Docs, you know, which is really cool because you have that on your own server, all this kind of stuff, which is really nice. Yeah, and there's other little stuff like this on here as well. So like Draw.io integration app and all this kind of stuff. I've already got Draw.io on a different server. And I'm trying to keep as much stuff off of this server as possible because of how flaky it's been recently when it comes to keeping up with itself. But yeah, other than everything like that so far, it's pretty good. It is good. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, it is a commercial team now, and they are like a for-profit company, I guess, but it is also really well done. It seems to be so far still quite well made, and it's getting updated all the time, and I really enjoy that about it. There's always stuff to find on here, and there's always stuff to do, and I like how it kind of just ties everything into one big homepage, which is really kind of the essence of what I do like as well. I would really like at some point for the mobile app to have a bit more stuff on it. I can't remember what it's specifically more around now, but just to tie all this stuff into one app, I guess, would be really good. And the map stuff as well. Like if you can have it so it records movement, I guess maybe you could record movement for the app, or maybe you could record other stuff like that through the app. For the maps, or you can see on them, or you can use the maps through here to do directions and stuff like that as well. That would be really good. Yeah, so that's enough for me today. Thanks for watching. I'm going to start going through a couple of different applications and stuff like that I like in the next couple of videos, because I thought it'd be quite good to show you like in general what is on my home server, because I've got a lot of stuff on here, a lot of really cool and useful stuff. And I've been learning web development and stuff like that. You know, I'm just trying to get into that at the moment. Yeah, I've just got a lot going on. So I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.